students that you're about to meet are by far the hardest working students at Wahluke High School. They have accomplished many things that for many may seem impossible or hard to achieve, but they make it seem as if it was no challenge for them. These students will be talking about their biggest obstacles and programs they have participated in. They will also talk about how they got accepted and why. Then lastly, they will give some advice to the upcoming freshmen so that they can have an easier way to success on their high school career. We truly hope that you have an enjoyable time meeting them, and don't forget to congratulate them for their accomplishments if you happen to see them.
My biggest challenge in high school would have to be time management. I am known as a procrastinator, and it was just hard for me to get back into the habit of doing things on time and not waiting for the last minute to produce quality work. So my challenge would have to be procrastination and time management.
Hi, my name is Lexi Peterson. I'm currently a sophomore at WHS. A major obstacle that I've overcome in high school is time management. I try and manage my time between sports, friends, hanging out, weekends, and work. Sometimes it's kind of hard to keep them straight, and I try and manage my time as well as I can. I have a planner. You'll really need that for high school. It helps you with classes and keeping homework straight when things are due.
Hi, my name is Moses Gonzalez. I'm a junior this year, and I gotta say the biggest obstacle I face in high school is figuring out ways to get involved in high school. There isn't really a lot of programs that really fit to what I like to do. So I had to put myself out there and really have to look for things to do.
My name is Veronica Quintero, and I'm currently a junior at Wahluke High School, soon to be senior. And my biggest obstacle in high school that I've overcome would have to be time management, which is something that I still haven't mastered, but I'm improving. And it's very important to learn how to manage your time because it comes in very handy, especially if you become very involved in high school, which is something you should definitely do. So I'm still learning how to do that, but that's something that I feel I've improved the most upon.
The programs that I applied to were the Youth Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. and Hobie. For Hobie, I didn't really apply for it. I was more elected for it by the teachers, and once I was elected for it, I just did the paperwork and I got in. And the Youth Leadership Summit, I had to write an essay and get recommendation letters. The essay was pretty difficult, but I asked for help from all my teachers and stuff, so it was nice to know that I had that support. And I got elected as an alternate, so I'm going to do something different called the student track, which I will be going and looking at a whole bunch of colleges in the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay, so I applied to go to the National Youth Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. And to get there, I really had to be involved in my school. I had to keep my grades up. I had to just do a lot of community service. And so when I applied, the people that were looking at the applications saw that I was really involved and they liked my essay as well. And so they accepted me to go. So I'll be going this summer for a week.
I didn't really apply to Hobie, which is the Hugh O'Brien Youth Camp at Gonzaga, for about a week. But I worked hard, and I talked to some teachers, and I talked to my counselor about it, and I was accepted because of good grades and the effort I put into class and for my attendance.
The Hobie conference has definitely been my favorite conference as far as leadership, and I got accepted into it through Mrs. Phillips, our high school counselor. She recommended me for the program due to my grades, so I basically prepared for it by excelling in my classes and just putting my best effort forward. My sophomore year, the end of my sophomore year, I also had the opportunity to attend the Gear Up National Leadership Summit, and that took place in San Francisco. And I applied through it by writing personal statement and filling out a pretty long application. And I unfortunately didn't get accepted as a scholar, but I still had the opportunity to travel to San Francisco and take part in the student track portion, which allowed me to see different universities in San Francisco and just open my mind to different options.
Some advice that I'd give for the upcoming freshmen is for them to just be aware of all the programs that are out there and to know that it's not just for a certain section of people, it's for everybody. and to just challenge themselves and to actually apply for them, because you never know, you just might get selected for them.
Advice for freshmen. I think the biggest advice I could give to the freshmen would be to just look for ways to get involved. It's really important to be in high school to be involved in as many clubs as possible, because the more you're involved, the more likely you're going to get scholarships and the better colleges you can get into. So be involved.
Some advice I have for the upcoming freshmen is to really get involved with school, play a sport. Doesn't matter if you're a varsity starter or whatever, everybody starts small. But just get involved with either a sport or a club and make the most of it. Have your friends join and just help out with participation.
My advice for the incoming freshmen would be to definitely get involved, whether it's sports, clubs, whatever it is that you're into, get involved and get to know your teachers, because those letters of recommendation come in very handy. And put your best effort forward, because you don't want to look back and regret not trying your best. So try your best and set your standard time.
Street famous.